for upsetting the odds.
Yeah, how good did BDS look in that open qualifier number 5? But they've got to back it up here. A spot at the major on the line for them as well. Let's get into it.
Well, here's Matane starting us off. He's got low challenge, and what a way to start it. Crunches through.
If you're looking for the best case scenario, game 1, you've got it right here. Matane, as you said, the low 50, so smart. Just goes to fake the flick, drops it on the ground. Gets the first goal on the board. Endpoint, here we go.
I'm just looking at the players and the names that we've got on Endpoint, and, you know, full respect for the fact that they have stayed relevant as long as they have with ever-changing Rocket League scene. See these players, Toxic maybe a bit of a newer one, is he already looks towards his teammates. Matane and Arju are doing phenomenally well to start this off.
This has got to be the fastest brace against BDS in history. 15 seconds in, he's gone bang, bang. And Endpoint, well, I tell you what, game 1 is theirs if they can just lock in, but this is the mindset. Does it switch now, Shogun? You've got a 2-goal lead. Do you keep pushing the button, or do you start thinking about maybe playing a little bit more conservative?
Yeah, the good news is they've got a 2-goal lead. The bad news is the game's barely started just yet. Drali was the player beaten for both of those goals, and he has been the standout performer for BDS over the past few weeks. They would like him to maybe regain form. He's not going to do it with his car in pieces. Monkey moves on in. Yeah, you don't really want to see Endpoint play this like they've got a 2-goal lead or something like that, because if they do and end up losing this lead, you can't really see them regaining that form. Got to ride the wave here. Toxic tried to get the infield, almost ricocheted into Monkey Moon's car. Exotic now infield to Drali, who wants to try and right some wrongs from the start of this game. Doesn't quite get it. In comes Monkey Moon, low boost shot, and he's hit the crossbar. BDS fans hoping that that is not a sign of things to come.
He's certainly made that one of his friends so far, this Blue Monkey Moon, but let's see if that is a trend for the rest of the series. Here he is again, takes it up. So the reset, early challenges come through, but they're not found as Rally now looks for the early flick and does land it. Arju, nice clear. The pressure, they're starting to build the stranglehold here. It's a nice infield from Drali. And as I said, the offense is starting to build for BDS. Much better here after that first 15 seconds, which only can be described as catastrophic.
Catastrophic, but also distant past when it comes to Rocket League. Matane, though, a little bit too quick. Monkey Moon's going to hold his ground. Popping up to the air. We'll see what Toxic can come up with. A little bit too easy for Exotic to read, and now I just got baited in. So now they're on the breakaway. Backboard, read it. What a stop. Monkey Moon comes in. He's not able to get there before the door is slammed shut in his face.
Oh, you just tell with Drali as well. It's one of those scenarios. It's just going to be another crossbar saved again. Not this again. Please. BDS.
Scriptwriters, come on, grow up. All right, you don't have to copy paste. We're not having this a second time in a row. Exotic backboard looks for it. Matane takes it away.
I mean, even the opener for Drali Shogun, he took so long to line that up. He looked like a Plat 3 trying to score his first goal in ranked. And that's the reason that the Endpoint could get back in time if he just had the confidence to go. Surely it's a first goal, another infield save. Made across, this time it was Arju. BDS just want to open the floodgates, but they are just not budging.
It is turning into one of those games oh so very quickly. We already know, as good as BDS have been, the tilt is also there, and it has been throughout the majority of their season. Once things go wrong, they tend to completely go wrong. And case in point, Matane, well, he's stolen a hat-trick, but he does have a hat-trick.
He's done it again. How good's that? 3 goals in 3 minutes for Matane. Goodness me, look at the overcommit. That's the frustration setting in though, Shogun. When you miss so many shots, you look at the saves, 5 saves for Endpoint. The crossbar's got 6. I mean, it's ridiculous at this point. The shots are coming through. 9 shots for BDS. Yet to trouble surely now. Is anyone coming through? Exotic's got no boost. It's so slow and so not in the net.
So, 2 minutes left. No goals, somehow, for BDS. Infield, Exotic looks for a sidewall read. Leaves it for Drali. Okay, yeah. I'm not even going to say where it hit. You already know. For those of you not with visual, you don't even need me to tell you. Here we go yet again. Toxic's got the stop. And Monkey Moon able to put the ball in.
That's just absolute class. Look at the placement from him. He's making no mistake there. Oh, every day of the week, left-hand side. And all you need is 14 shots to get 1 goal. There's motivation for anyone. looking to work on their offense. Just put 14 shots on net. One might eventually go in. They still need 2 in 90 seconds, though.
BDS have 1 save. Literally every single time BDS have had a shot on their net, it's pretty much going in. Matane just barrels through that challenge. Toxic towards Matane on the wall. Decides he's going to try and take it by himself. Time ticking away, and Matane has a 4th of 3 shots, by the way. The statisticians are going to hate this one.
Yeah, that's not great for the shooting percentage, or really good for the shooting percentage, depending on which way you look at it. But a nice little breather there. Just give themselves a little bit of breathing room after it looked like BDS perhaps could start hitting the net. 3-goal lead is pretty insurmountable with a minute left, but we have seen it many times. And look at the way they're covering these infields. Matane, it's just off to an absolute flyer. Monkey Moon won't be able to get a touch. The bump comes through. Saved out just by Drally, but they need it down the other end here, BDS. They're trying to force something to happen. Exotic's looking for the touch. There's going to be one back. 56. They still need 2, but still time left.
I mean, if anything, BDS can be happy with how the majority of this has been played. Not necessarily the goal scoring, but they do have time here. Maybe they've got a kickoff up their sleeves to use in a situation just like this one. Lost back corner to Exotic, who's going to go straight for the backboard, and Arju just whams it as far as he possibly can.
I mean, if you just looked at the scoreboard and you said, right, one team had 17 shots, the other team had 5. What was the scoreline? Yep. The 5-shot team won 4-2. I mean, come on. You don't see that every day of the week. As you said, it's positives for BDS that they are creating the pressure. They've been the more dominant team in terms of field control, boost usage, everything, every statistical metric, but not on the scoreboard. 20 seconds left. They need one more. Exotic can't work it around Arju. It's just pre-jump. They're covering that infield pass so well. But there might be one back here. Another one wide again. Can Exotic get up in time? Matane flies. The double comes through. Monkey Moon drops it down. No save. That could have been it, but it's going to be Endpoint with the first.
That earlier shot, Toxic had been bumped into the corner. It was completely open. He was never getting back in time. And it is time up. Too late. BDS have lost game 1, and they will be sitting there thinking, how on...
They look so good, but when they are a little bit off, it can create some entertaining games of Rocket League, because the offense is still there. Everything is still there. The structure, the positioning, it's just that final touch, the final polish.
I mean, I've been a massive BDS believer for a long time this season, especially towards the... I feel like they probably should have had an open qualifier win prior to this, you know, in the first major that we had. And it just never quite fell into place. And I felt like, all right, now that they've got over that hurdle, that they've won one of these events, it would unleash this squad. No longer have that worry. I'm going to see if that is the case, if they've managed to just get over those issues. Oh, that's going to help Crossbar. And follow-up is in from Exotic.
This time the Crossbar was a teammate, not an enemy. As the pass eventuates, you can just see a huge dunk there. Matane in big trouble, trying to block the net. But Exotic, great placement in behind the defender, and they do get the first on the board. They'll be pretty happy with that one.
Yeah, they'll feel like they should be able to settle from here now and play their game rather than being 2 goals back from the very start. Although that is a really bad touch from Monkey Moon. And he's got away with that. Now Drally looking to try and chase up. Exotic moves in. That drops down. Very inviting for Monkey Moon. And Exotic steals it on the line.
I mean, there was no reason for them to change up the game plan from game 1. They just needed to find the net, and they do so here. Monkey Moon strikes true. Exotic gets the tap in. BDS, they've done what Endpoint did in game 1. A couple of early goals, but I think they might keep on putting the foot down.
Yeah, definitely want to set the pace from here. Drally commanding an awful lot of respect. I'm very impressed, actually, the way that Drally has bounced back. He was the one that had the most issues in that opening 15 seconds, responsible for both the goals. But, I don't know. It just does not seem like he's all that rattled by it. He realizes just how good he is. He's good enough to go backboard, get the respect. Monkey Moon comes on in. That one's a little bit wide. But they won't be overly worried with the 2-goal leads.
Yeah, there's still glimpses of that game number 1, but they have struck true a couple of times. There's another great pass. A phenomenal save from Toxic, but goes for the fake. It was red, though.
Way.
Arju, he went for the ultimate disrespect, but Arju was ready in time. That could have been a highlight play for tomorrow. That could have been some ankles broken worldwide, but Not to be. Still a 2-goal lead here for BDS. Loving their aggression so far. This time, Endpoint's turn to attack. Shots come through. Monkey Moon with the save. I'm going to clear it straight to Matane, though. Let's get 50 by Exotic. This is the first little offensive set we've had so far for Endpoint. Just how quickly can BDS transfer it down the other end? They're having to just park up for the moment. Monkey Moon controlling it in the corner.
Yeah, I don't know how much we necessarily believe that once BDS are in defense, can Endpoint actually break them apart. And it's the first time that they've had a real shot at it, and BDS looked reasonably comfortable throughout the entire time. Majority of the times that they've managed to get through, it has been BDS, you know, pressing forwards. It's Exotic sticking around. Matane tries to get rid of it. Instead, Monkey Moon's back in. Monkey Moon has been blocked, and it's in these sort of situations where you feel like Endpoint might be able to create something.
Yeah, it's kind of what happened in game number 1. Any block, any save was just immediately on their net like a homing missile down the other end. Great shot, great save coming through. Just more pressure. This is where BDS are so scary. They're just so willing to jump right in front of net. It seems risky, but just their positioning and structure, they sit so high up, and that pace often pays off. They are susceptible to a couple of counter-attacks, as we did see in the first game, but for now, this is a recipe for success.
Arju tries to find Toxic. He's got no boost. There's no way he's really getting to it. BDS again, very comfortable in their final third as Matane gives his teammate a little bit of a hit. Monkey Moon, pass out. Drali looking for the sidewall double. Not going to work out, but this is BDS's pace at the moment. They are not the ones that have to go looking for a goal. They can just do what they need to do. If they get an opportunity, then they can try and strike at it. But commit one at a time. Try and show off some flip resets, slow everything up. Of course, Endpoint, they're the ones that have really got to try and set the pace here. And this might be a good chance. Off the backboard, that's a bit waste. Although Drali's missed it. That's uncharacteristic. Monkey Moon gets there for the save. And BDS tripped over themselves.
The whifty, the double whiff comes through, but Monkey Moon, what a save, what a recovery to just basketball dribble that one straight on the ground out of net. Off his own crossbar. Another shot comes through. The dunk isn't quite online, and they've completely overcommitted here. Exotic with boost. Up the roof. Look at the bumps coming through. Drali and Monkey Moon trying to find the same person. With 50 seconds left. They don't need to score, but certainly handy keeping it down this end. And Drali might get the double. Matane with a nice save. But again, Endpoint struggling to get it out. And Monkey Moon wants one more. It is wide again. Even though it doesn't feel as much as game 1, they've still had 12 shots for their 2 goals. The pressure has been met, but this time Endpoint cannot find it down the other way.
Endpoint are pretty much the perfect opponents for BDS. They are going to accept this style of play, I feel. And it does feel like to me, CJ, this is BDS's to lose. If they continue to play their game, if they make sure that they are striking accurately, they should walk this. However, how many times have we said that about BDS? And it all falls apart.
Yeah, you go in so confident, and then you kind of have yourself saying, oh, wait a second. Well, wait a minute. It's another great shot. This time saved out. A few more saves for Endpoint. 7 to their own this time. 6 shots as well. They actually have had the same amount of shots, but 4 less goals. And how about a 4th for BDS while we're at it? That's a hat-trick for Exotic here in game 2.
Well deserved as well. Just what a beautiful catch that is. Nobody on Endpoint was expecting to have it that smooth. With 7 seconds left, a statement made from BDS. They would have thought that the last game was a little bit of a flash in the pan. They have proven that to be the case. And this is what BDS can do. Utterly dominant in game number 2, and now it's Endpoint. They'll need some answer tickers.
5 shots in 2 games that's open qualifier numbers. That is not something you usually see in a quarterfinal. It's heavily one-sided, and you'd have to think, as we said, the counter-attack strategy, it did work in the first game, but it is reliant on BDS not being able to hit a barn door with the tractor. So you wouldn't think this would happen, or perhaps some huge whiffs as Monkey Moon almost just opens the door again. Maybe this is the strategy. Just let him do whatever they want, because look at the pressure off the ceiling reset. Exotic, all he can do is clear it. Low boost all round for BDS. Monkey Moon has a half moon in his tank. Arju is going to go for low 50s. He's giving up to Monkey Moon, however, he's looking for a flick downfield.
BDS fans out there, I feel so sorry for you on occasion, because every time it looks comfortable, there's just a moment where you go, actually, we could make this pretty wobbly. Although, what a passing play that is. Monkey Moon happy to take control. Mitane now. Has he caught that? Yes, he has. Going to keep moving onwards. Managed to get a block, and that was pretty much killed on the line. Now Drali's attempt. What can he come up with? Always capable of just throwing something into the top plays of the day. Monkey Moon now caught in. Double commit required. That one's still very awkward. Keep an eye on the boost totals. Be Mitane that's really tasked with getting something put together to get his team out of this bad position. Hasn't managed to do so. That means they are locked in.
Now this BDS lineup regularly featuring in the top plays of the day and the bot plays of the day. Just like this. Someone get it in. Please turn it around the corner. Mitane's got a triple save. Should have been 1-0. I love watching BDS. How entertaining is this?
That was old school Team Echo Zulu there from Mitane. He's not going to get anywhere near this one. Exotic has stolen another. This is the most padded goal record I think I've seen.
Dude, I tell you, the open nets have been found, to give BDS credit. It's the clopen nets, the close to open, that have been very, very questionable. They do strike true here in game number 3, though. A lot of pressure early. Guess what? You have 6 shots already here for BDS. Make that 7 and make it 2-0.
All right, Exotic, that one was a little bit more deserved, I think. And that was utterly horrible if you're the defender. I had a look at RG. He's got to try and play the potential bump, play from an almost blind opposition player that's coming in from behind the ball. That was disgusting. 2-0. And yeah, I'm starting to go back to what you were saying. Maybe that was worthwhile on taking the timeout, because BDS continue to play their game.
Yeah, I mean, the show's just going on, and look, it's entertaining. It's not always smooth sailing here for BDS, but you cannot deny this play style. They are all over Endpoint. Even if they're not making the most of every chance, they'll make the most of 1 in 10, and they're having 30 chances a game. So it's good enough to get the job done here, BDS. And as you said, the timeout has to come through if this game number 3 goes the way it looks like it's going to go. Great save from Exotic. Just quietly, and he was able to get the follow-up. He is a bit of a tap-in specialist in this series, stealing a couple of open nets, and he's looking like he's having fun out there.
Arju off the wall, going to try and continue up. Drali's already met him. Very early pre-jump. Here's Exotic. Not got any more boost, but his opponents don't know that, so Toxic has to play to the side. Infield, Monkey Moon, bang!
He just absolutely rockets that one home. 3-0 here to BDS. They are cooking now. Look at the pinch set up by Drali and no one back. Toxic trying to scramble. Mitane, he's looking for bumps in the back corner for some reason. And BDS, there you go again. 8 shots. This time, shooting percentage has gone dramatically up. And we'll score 3 goals from those 8. So they'll be happy with that.
They're on their way towards 60 in this game. BDS are, well, creating plenty of opportunities. And they might have another one coming their way here. Exotic picks up more boost. Well played to keep that around him. But it just feels like another opportunity is coming BDS's way any moment. 3-goal lead. I see another one go past them. They might as well start that team talk a little bit early.
It's certainly, it's been trouble since game 1, I want to say, even though they won 4-2. I mean, 19 shots. It's just not sustainable. I think, you know, time and time again you see it. You have to be offensive. The team that's got to be more aggressive is not done. And there it is, Monkey Moon. The more defenders in net, the better he shoots. He tries to put a hole in the crossbar when it's open, but when it's not, he finds the top left.
Feels weird. Like, coming into the season, you would never have imagined that the storyline around Monkey Moon is he can't shoot the ball. But here we go. You know, maybe give it a couple of weeks, we can get rid of this entirely, but that would be quite nice. Monkey Moon, one of the most consistent players that we have had ever since we went open. The way that the RLCS is played. Arju off the wall. Looking to try and keep this going, but low boost. And BDS have been more than willing to allow Arju and the rest of Endpoint to try and go for the outplays. There's the open one. And no issues whatsoever. That would have been a strike.
Yeah, that was, I don't think that could have been any more central either. That was a lovely, that is how you score an open net. Nice and bottom middle. No excuses. Don't put a hole in the crossbar. Just bury it down the bottom. BDS with 5 on the board. Another 11-shot game. I mean, I don't know. This timeout has to come through. It's going to be another one here.
Oh, no.
He's going to be able to walk it in. 50s in the center, and no one's back. 6-0. Honestly, every game could have been 6-0 the way BDS have shot. Well, not the way they've shot, the way how many chances they've had. But this timeout probably had to come after game number 2. But I'm sure it will happen here. I'm not sure what you talk about, though, because they are just being outclassed at the moment.
I guess we'll go the harsh side of this, which is CeX at the moment. I think he's about to go over 100. He just hit 100 points. You do feel like in a matchup like this, CeX, he'd be the one with the flair. He'll be the one with a little bit of magic to maybe disrupt BDS. He's been kept utterly silent by BDS so far. And they are going to need a little bit more out from him. 6-0. Maybe not in this game. There's not much you can do at all in this game. We look towards 7. Exotic goes. That would be a heck of a read. And he almost got it. That is so harsh. And it's not in. CeX gets the stop.
Well, that's one way to farm a couple of saves. I think he got back-to-back there off the post and out again. But it is all just stat padding for now because BDS, well, they have well and truly opened up the shoulders, if you would. The floodgates well and truly open. They look warm. They look limber. And they have been able to get the job done here in game number 3. Surely a timeout, as I said. They need to start talking about something because step 1, don't concede more than 15 shots a game because BDS have done it again. They've had 19 shots, 6 of them. So give an extra 90 seconds, I say, to let them cool off a bit so you can give yourself a chance in this game.
Like I said this in game 1, and it seems to have grown even more as we go through. Endpoint, stylistically, are BDS's perfect opponent. A team that is kind of more willing to allow that pressure to come forward, to look for the counterattacks. And BDS will, yeah, okay, sure. Go for it. Do all you want to do. We'll take all the shots that we require, and it will go in. It's gone from maybe it'll go into a certainty in the last few games. CeX now off the ceiling. This is more of the position that they want him in. Drali more than up to the task of trying to shut that down.
We saw as well that Matane just before getting a demo. For mine, is that the first demo that Endpoint have had this series? That might be the change-up that they have discussed. Getting a little bit more physical. We know it can pay dividends for teams like OG and Luminosity over in North America. And it can disrupt these top teams, just that are relying very heavily on their rotations, on their positioning. And there you go. Clear the traffic. Get rid of that third man. You'll give yourself an open net.
Yeah, and that just came from the fact that Drali had to position around a little bit. He knew Matane was searching. Had to position a little bit more centrally. Couldn't get the touch he was after. So yeah, just demos, harassment. Do not let BDS settle when they get into the final third because they've looked comfortable there every single time. It's Monkey Moon just shoulders Arju out of the way a little bit. A perfect start here from Endpoint. And who knows, we were talking about maybe, you know, boot camp buff not necessarily being a thing anymore. Maybe timeout buff, useless. Let's see if Endpoint can prove that right.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about
I am fully on the, I'm being as nice as possible today, okay? I'm on my best behavior.
You have been phenomenal so far. Usually you are abusive and biased. So I'm glad that you pulled this. Have a look at this from Matane though. He might have the free shot. He doesn't go the double. He just goes bar down. And I don't know if Drali was expecting it, but we get a second goal on the board for Endpoint.
And Drali is playing that as if he's going to have to go in and out. And then suddenly that is on target. And oh dear, I've got to react to this. Well, where on earth has this come from? Again, like game 1, BDS have got a lot of time to play with. Also, like game 1, they will feel like they should not be in this position.
Oh, hey, here we go. BDS now, they have to find something because they're getting bumped again. Drali's in big trouble. Big trouble. Arju again goes bang. 3-0 for Endpoint. Forget about the timeout.
My goodness, just go route 1 every single time. Drali's getting chased, hopes to find a way out. He's got none of it. Arju races straight down the line. 3-0. Endpoint don't need timeouts. They don't need to talk about it. They just need to get back into the game and show BDS what's for.
They are so back right now. Monkey Moo can't get the double. Toxic. Maybe able to control this one. Wasn't happy with your words of how. Twist that flip preset. Goodness me. Monkey Moo can control it. Take it up. He's met by Arju. Really nice hit for Team Endpoint. All they have to do is kill 3 minutes. Only versus BDS, who they've conceded 55 shots to in 18 minutes of Rocket League. Should it be too hard? How about 4? No. No.
All right, I have the the worst good news ever for BDS. You've only had 4 shots. So, okay. Arju puts another one in. Endpoint, what on earth are we seeing?
I mean, just forget about all timeouts. And somehow he has flicked that to the crossbar and doubled it on the landing. Completely unintentional, but the follow-through was phenomenal. And once again, Drally is just getting made look silly in net. 4 goals in half a game of Rocket League. Believe it or not, it's not BDS. It's the other team, Endpoint, who really didn't look like scoring for a couple of games ever since that first one.
This is one of the wildest shifts in momentum I have seen. It was utterly dominant. It looked like BDS had their number, completely comfortable. And again, the game just seems to have slipped away. They're on a way for a 5th goal here. Toxic slots it in. He's now got his 2nd. It's not a race to try and get the game win. Endpoint are now racing for hat tricks.
If you'd have said to me that the next game, after not calling a timeout from Endpoint, would be 5-0 at the 2-minute marker for Endpoint, I would have said, wake up, Shogun. You're kidding me. But here we are in some weird BDS world. They will get 1 off the kickoff, but still need 4. It is the beauty of BDS, but the resilience of Endpoint shining through a little bit here.
All right, Direct, I don't know if you can hear me, but for the sake of bottle statistics, what is the largest lead that we've seen throw away? Just so we can have some stakes on this one, because this should be over.
It would add a little bit, wouldn't it?
5 is like... It can't be 5. It can't be more than 5. Not at this level, anyway.
Definitely lost probably a 6-goal lead before. I'd have to pull that one up, though.
What is the worst lead that you've thrown away? I'm willing to admit to 8 in a 1v1. That one really sucked.
I don't know. My hands started shaking when I conceded that first goal. 9-1. I thought surely not. The rest was history. Bang, no, 6-1. Forget about the comeback because they're about to Brazil BDS after conceding 50 shots.
All right, Direct has informed us that the largest that he's aware of is 5. What if it was a double 5? All right, here we go. This is, you know what? You called me a bias caster earlier on. Let's go, BDS. 5 goals in the next 92 seconds. I'm all for it.
Oh, boy. That would certainly be a series of all time. I wouldn't call it, or a game of all time. I wouldn't call the best or the worst, but certainly a game. Monkey Moon, over to Exotic. Here can they mount the comeback? Going to be a free clear for Toxic. And they should be able to deal with these last 80 seconds, or perhaps... a nice little Brazil. It's maintained. Nice little reset. Looks for one more. Finds it saved by Monkey Moon somehow. And they don't want to get Brazil, BDS.
They just want to try and get some momentum back, get a consolation, anything heading into the next game. I'm going to go for a wild prediction here and say that they won't call a timeout. They should, absolutely. I mean, Toxic's on 4.
Ladies and gents, BDS have just been Braziled after we called Endpoint silly for not calling a timeout, thinking that the series was over. What on earth is happening in Europe today? But
this is the most BDS result I have seen. I thought they were over this. I thought, all right, you've won an open qualifier. You're all good now. Nerves will settle. The weird results where you are utterly in control and then somehow it dissolves will be out of the window. Nope, those worries are straight back again. BDS are still the same team. I
mean, what did they speak about in between the previous game and this one? Boys, just do the same thing. Perfect. We've done the same thing, and now we're like,
okay, same thing as game 1. We love that. All right, same as game 1, baby.
There was clearly a little bit of a miscommunication somewhere, not sure what was happening, but goodness me, 5 goals. To the good still of Endpoint, even though BDS still getting some shots up. It's a lot less than the previous few games, and somehow, some way, we're about to have a 2-2 series.
This is a very close series with pretty much no close games. Everything is a stomp. Well, we head to the final 10 seconds.
Barca?
I'm baffled. I have no idea what on earth is going on. Have you gone for the Barca? The 8-2?
Give us it. Give us the Barca.
What was it?
Give us the Barca.
Keep it up. Or a Portsmouth.
Come on!
7-4, wasn't it?
Go ball! Someone! No!
That's just not very nice, is it?
Look back. Endpoint are up 7-2. Okay, so
I'm getting over the fact that I've just cut my fans probably like by 80% right there, if not more. Should not reveal that one live on air, but after we have just seen a Dunfermline, it is time to get into game number 5. There was no timeout called, so at least I get one prediction right today. We all predicted, probably rightfully so, that BDS should walk this. It is not the case at the moment.
Can I just say as well, we're in 2024 where we're all saying, oh, the defense is so good in Rocket League, it's crazy. Well, here's your text, here's your case study to say, forget about that, the defense is still abysmal. And look at the dunk coming through from Jelly. He's got to get it first on the board. Double dunk on the Endpoint defenders in net, and BDS are so back.
It's been Drali every single time. It's Drali that gets stuck in the 2v1s back at net. It's Drali that creates the goal-scoring chances. He is the catalyst at the moment. And I think he would like to no longer be involved in 2v1s back in the net. So we do see Arju off the side. He's confident, Musty. Never really can be too sure how much power is going to come off one of those, but Exotic will be happy that there wasn't too much.
I can never be sure what's going to happen in the series, but that's a phenomenal. What? Arju off the crossbar, off the post, off his car, off the post, off the crossbar, back off his car again, and somehow out. Kept to a 1-goal deficit here, Endpoint. They'll be happy with that save, but they are throwing everything. The double commits the mission. Looking a little bit rattled off that 7-2 game. Not sure why they're rattled. What a shot, though. Even a save from Toxic.
If we've seen anything, winning by a large margin results in you not doing too well in the follow-up game as Matane, where he's tried his best, but he needed some help and he didn't get it.
Why is every goal like this? It's like bang, crossbar, follow-up, goal line save, and then just mashing it in as close as possible. 2 goals to BDS, much better from them. It's still not the prettiest version of Rocket League, but the offense is back. They've already had 6 shots in just over a minute.
This is, yeah, ridiculous. And it doesn't feel like any of these games have really been all that close. It is just, all right, smash, and then smash, and then smash. Team does at least try and take that. BDS will like to try and maybe add some normalcy to this one, or maybe just add another 7-goal game to everything. Exotic, he has done so. All right, so Endpoint are winning the next one by 10.
This just makes the previous game all the more ridiculous because instantly we're back to regulation, we're back to regular programming. Game 2 and 3 have resumed. We've had a billion shots already for BDS. They are wiping the floor. Endpoint just with the 1 shot so far. What happened in that game 4? Like, it doesn't make sense.
What happened in game 1? You know, you can't say it was a one-off game. It has been happening all series long. You know, I should be looking at this right now and saying, okay, BDS are back. They are smashing it in game number 5. Should be able to just roll on home and take this in game 6. I have no faith. I have no faith in this game. I have no faith in the next game.
It's almost as if, you know, after game number 3, Cassio's talking to the team and they're sort of joking about that game 1. You know, after that, they've had 50 shots. And the team have gone, I want to see us do it again. And it's 7. And clearly they've pulled the reins back and regular programming has resumed here. Although, as we just saw Toxic getting a goal back, it's like this 2-goal deficit for Endpoint. It's certainly achievable. We saw him score 7, but it felt like a completely different team.
Yeah, I don't really know where else to take that at the moment. The 3-goal lead, as it was, does not feel safe anymore. It hasn't really throughout the entirety of this. As Toxic is low boost, he's not going to get that too much further. Exotic now goes up. Reset gained. Are we going to add another to the total? Of course we are.
It's a bit of a delayed, slow reset, but you could just see he waited for that last-minute bite. He waited for Arju to commit. As soon as he shaped up, face forward, the flick came through from Exotic. Really nice, really simple reset. I say simple, I probably couldn't do it. I would have probably reset myself onto the ground, but goals to the good of BDS now. And as we said, looks like they will be heading on to a nice little match point as Drali's missed another open net. We need maybe a highlights reel tomorrow, just of this series.
Whoever on earth has got to put together like the best moments of this series. You know, when we come back after the break, yeah, good luck to you. You have my full sympathy. As we've got, well, quite a few to choose from. Every single game, the winner has scored at least 4 goals. That is not to say that this isn't about to go even higher. Looking for pass across. And, all right, yeah, that's played. It looks for, oh my goodness, let that in. No, why would you do that? Okay, yeah, sure, you're trying to go to the major, you're trying to go to Worlds, you're trying to win as many points as possible and get as much prize money as possible from this event. I don't care, let that ball in, that was really cool.
Yeah, pretty boring stuff from BDS there. They're probably just going to, go
cool. That's funny, I like that, well done.
Again, what a save just quietly from Toxic. The times that they've used their fourth defender, the crossbar or either post, to help them get the ball out. There's been nothing short of a miracle, while still also conceding 4. They didn't get one back through Toxic, and there is still time.
It certainly is. I'm still very upset about that earlier shot not going in, but Toxic, plenty of time on it. Arju again, trying to chase up Monkey Moon. And as weird as this has been, and as wild as this has been, the tactics still seems to be the same here for Endpoint. When they are in offense, chase demos. Get something that is going to make BDS uncomfortable. And it has had a tremendous amount of success. Cannot say anything else other than that, given the amount of goals that we have seen. Toxic now up, expecting to get met. Monkey Moon was waiting for him. And those are the sort of plays that they should be fine with as Arju barrels straight in.
I just want to work out if there's something, if we can find some sort of record here in terms of just sheer average shots per game in a series.
There is no way.
What has just happened? I've looked away for a second to check a stat. I look back and Drally has decided to go to the shops instead of defend net.
I'm absolutely certain that's how my cats move around when they're about to try and fall asleep. Just a little bit of a circle to make themselves nice and comfortable.
He was just, he did just turn the old brain off for a second there. Didn't have any boost, but got completely done by the dribble. And it is game on, somehow, some way. We were 4-1, it's now 4-3. And a lot of time here for Endpoint to get to work. They don't have to panic just yet. They might just have to wait for a mistake or just let them get one more goal, and now they're in trouble.
Exotic's got a hat-trick. Toxic's got a hat-trick. 33 seconds. I still say it's doable here for Endpoint. Why not? They've got 8 goals in this game. What's 2 more in regulation? But one thing we haven't seen from Endpoint is any sort of different kickoffs. It has been pretty basic up to this point, and we got another one.
I still think it's just crazy the sheer quantity of shots, of goals we've had in this series, and particularly just shots without an overtime. I mean, here we go again. BDS have had 16 shots. Let's just recap. They had a 19-shot game, 2 16-shot games, and a 15-shot game, and then they lost. All in regulation as well. I mean, the offense, unquestionable. It certainly does work. And they might just get one more at the end. There we go. Make it 18 shots for BDS here. They have done absolutely everything. Except, yeah, a couple of games they might want to forget. They do get the lead, though, and they are now 1 away from taking the series. Moving on to Champ Sunday.
That is back-to-back. It always goes weird on us. You know, we even have to go back 2 years towards the end of RLCS, where out of nowhere, we had Guild Esports coming forward, where it was in the middle of BDS full domination. Your Vitality were on the rise, looking to try and steal that RLCS title away from them. And then Guild Esports, who only, you know, the RLCS analysts predicted perfectly to go ahead and win the entire thing, did do so. There is something about this final event.
There is certainly just, you just know that the script has a little bit more in store for it, but I love this little shots record we're going for now. For the first time, BDS will be wondering why everyone's happy when they don't get it in the net, but just get it somewhere remotely near it.
Yeah. Do we agree Endpoint have to win this for us to get close to that?
Yeah, we are certainly, well, I mean, we're going for a Game 7 regardless. We're going for maximum entertainment value here. That's what we do. That's what we're about. But so far, I can confirm BDS yet to get a shot on the board, and that didn't count.
No, that didn't. We got 1 from Endpoint, but that is going to go long this time. Toxic looking for Monkey Moon's car. Doesn't work. Exotic's car is certainly gone. Matein's going to look to try and get a bit more. It has been a workable strategy. But BDS will still have their timeout if they need it. Oh my god, it's past them. Matain, though, heavy first touch. He's not going to get there in time. Has to try and center it for a teammate. And Drali shuts down the angle.
I mean, how many times has that happened for BDS where they just somehow let the ball pass their last line and they turn around and go, oh goodness, get back someone. Didn't pay off there for Endpoint. They were probably pretty unlucky in the end, as you said. The touch was a little bit heavy to get a follow-up. This is a lot more reserved from BDS, perhaps knowing they are on series point, trying to get a solid game. You know, we talk about Cassio, the coach of BDS, trying to lock them in perhaps. But I want the pure chaos. I'm loving the playstyle they'll bring you previously in this series. So far, as I said, yet to record a shot. This could be the first chance here, but look at the backboard. Fantastic defense from Endpoint.
Quick reminder as well for, actually, we'll see Monkey Moon first on the ball. Jobless, one of the only teams that can really upset that top four when it comes to getting to London. They need Endpoint to go and win this, and they need to go and win the whole event themselves. So the series looking this way is perfect for them to hopefully go and get the job done later on. BDS can ruin some of those hopes, take away one of those strikes. There's Matane. Toxic's not going to follow. Matane looks to try and get a block, doesn't do so, but Arju's got plenty of time. Powers the ball down the line, looks to try and chase up, and Monkey Moon there in time.
Matane, I'll still get it to work, but all he can do is find Exotic, takes it downfield. And there is Toxic, who I'd say he's probably been a little bit quieter. Matane's been quite online. Another shot comes through the second, keeping an eye on that tally closer than I've ever done in my life. RG won't be able to get that touchdown. Exotic is bury it downfield, finds Monkey Moon. Another one fired on. Another shot for him. He's farming them. He knows the record is looming here for total shots in a series as Toxic can get a skim downfield.
But we need to start counting it down in the chat. You're 20 away, by the way. We've seen 3 from BDS in this game. There's Exotic just going to try and take it. No, he leaves it for Monkey Moon instead. 100 seconds left. Up goes Drali! Hits over the top, and now it's passed on. Exotic can't get there. It's in!
An absolute disaster class from BDS. All they needed to do was lock in a nice, tidy 1-0 victory. And they have forgotten that they also have a goal they need to defend. 1-0 open net. How many times have we seen it this series? Counter-attack for Endpoint for a minute 40 from Game 7.
Drali goes long. Matane's going to try and get there in time. He does so. We might be seeing Champions Field. I have no idea how. I have no idea what I've been watching, to be quite frankly honest with you. I'm the one with the RLCS analyst title. Arju looking to try and pass that infield. Monkey Moon just scouring, looking for his opportunity. Exotic waits backboard. Toxic gets there first. That's a good touch. Now over the top. Monkey Moon reset. He didn't get it. So he's got to see that one stopped.
Oh, he was halfway in between a reset and wanting the double touch as well. He could sort of see it in his mind, weighing up as he was maneuvering his car onto that double, but he doesn't get the touch. And they've got a minute left, BDS. Have to get to work now. Toxic's going to get a free ball in the center, takes it up. Charlie can wait. Arju, what can he do? Doesn't get the touch. Clear comes through and, well, Endpoint, you don't want to do what BDS did down the other end. Make sure that third man's sitting nice and deep with 40 seconds left.
Oh, Drali's going for it. Matane decides to go for the bad shot himself, but he needs more. They've got it. And an extra touch from Toxic means Exotic can't move in. That one's going to go sky high. Drali's in. He's got low boost. Monkey Moon wants to try and put us under a defender. Nobody came for him, and it went nowhere.
Where is that man hitting the ball? What on earth was that? One of the weakest shots I've ever seen in RLCS history. Monkey Moon controls it. We got 15 seconds left. We got Champions Field on the horizon. This might be the greatest series of all time in the RLCS. Toxic, just don't hit it backwards, please. Exotic trying to get the ball forward. He's got no boost. The demos are going through. Monkey Moon's pre-jumps. We have Champ Field. We do know it is below 100. Just not sure who's done it before them, but we will get confirmation of that. Game 7 is upon us. Here we go. Strap yourselves in.
It's been wacky. It's been wild. It is Game 7. One of these teams is moving on to the semi-finals. The other one will be eliminated. We do start with Monkey Moon, who is trying to avoid getting hit over on that side wall. All the way out. Exotic waits. Going to take his opportunity. Matane goes to meet him. It's over the top of Matane. Ceiling reset. Goes on the far side. Exotic with something extraordinary.
This series has had it all, and it's Exotic Game 7. Look at the ceiling reset and finds that top corner. Arju just sits in net like a statue, and BDS strike first.
One shot, one goal. We can keep that up as we do see the demo come through. Toxic gonna try and go through Exotic. That's not gonna work for him. Sidewall double attempted. Mitane leaves it for Arju. That bounces so awkwardly, and they had more time, but it's still a calamity. And Monkey Moon gets rid of him, his last bit of boost.
He just wedges it out. Oh, Endpoint, you feel like they should have equalized right there. Toxic goes sidewall, goes double, but the bumps are coming through. It's absolute chaos for BDS. It's a triple save. It's so messy, but they are able to keep it out of net 4 now. They're still low on boost. They're still panicking, still double committing, and still in a little bit of trouble if Endpoint can get it down the other end.
Yeah, Endpoint just need to be a little bit more clinical here. They seem to be expecting BDS to be playing this well. BDS are making mistakes. They are something there to be capitalized on. Toxic off the wall. Drali goes to meet him. That's actually worked out beautifully for Toxic. Leaves here. RG backboard. Monkey Moon. Oh, that was so smooth. Stays backboard. What a pass that is. And Monkey Moon again, but Drali almost had a really rough touch to put that back in danger.
Yeah, he was facing his own net, which isn't... Well, I don't know much about Rocket League, but I think you want to be facing the other way there. Fake comes through. Endpoint had a couple of chances there to get one back, but we still are seeing double commits from BDS. You can see the panic setting in from them as well. You know that they've got the major on the line also. Want to be securing it on their own boot, off their own bat here as Monkey Moon takes it up. Looks at the ceiling, looks at the pass. It's going to be too wide. Mitane can't get the touch. Exotic keeping it in. Drali's up straight away. So aggressive. All we can do is get it to the corner.
For those of you keeping track of our secondary competition, by the way, we're 11 shots away. 3 shots so far from BDS. Now we see RG puts it off the wall. Next one up. Oh, what a stop, Monkey Moon, but they need more from it. That one hits the crossbar, and their worst enemy turns coat and becomes their best friend.
Oh, just when you needed the crossbar. Absolutely Captain Clutch on Champfield. Game 7. Now they work it down the other end. That shot's going to be wide. It's more of a pass, if anything. No boost. Does secure it, but demoed for the good of it as Monkey Moon goes sidewall, finds Mitane. Endpoint. Oh, they've been trying to wedge this ball in the net, but they've got a case of the BDS is here, and almost an open net. Mitane with a huge save. Exotic, can he drop it down to Monkey Moon, who fires a double commit pitch down the other end?
If I am the third man on BDS, I'm sitting in the net. I'm not risking it going beyond me yet again, as it has done so many times. They feel like they're comfortable, and suddenly it goes whistling over the top of them. Now we go to the side. Durali's got plenty of time. That first touch leaves a little bit to be desired, but the second and third were silky smooth.
6 shots, Shogun. 6 shots. How many do we need? How many?
We need more. Let's put it like that. We'll get there when we get there. Exotic looks to try and add another one. There we go, and that one's on target. I believe we needed 14 coming into this. We have got 7. We're halfway there.
They've got to put the foot down, though. There's only minute 45. Monkey Moon goes again. Here we go. BDS, they know the record's on the line. They want more than anything. Bounces across. Drali fires back. Goes bang, bang. BDS 2-0.
8 shots, 2 goals, and maybe a direct route through to the semi-finals. BDS have made this so difficult on themselves. And I'm talking about this as if it's done. If we've seen anything from this series, this is not done just yet.
94 shots for BDS. Minute 40. Could be huge. Endpoint, well, I don't think they're worried about that. They're trying to win this series. Drali, can he get it downfield? He's going to fire it. Arju does somehow. That counts as a shot. Monkey Moon fires it again. The bumps are coming through. It's on net again. Another shot. We are at 10. We've got 4 to go.
Over to the side. Exotic goes for it. How can he get this one in field? No boost left. No real options. Just over a minute left on the clock. Drali gonna go ceiling. Oh, that drops down so awkwardly, but Exotic's got it covered. Good third man positioning. Again, Exotic. He did so much from this position earlier. There we are. There's another one. 3 left. In goes Drali. 2 left. 3 goals.
I think this series is all over, but the record is still on the line. Endpoint need 3, BDS need 2. Whichever way you want to look at it, whichever game you care about more. But I'm looking at the 100 shots. It has been a stellar performance in Game 7. Endpoint still have time, but they need to go right now.
Drali back into that midfield. Monkey Moon was waiting for it. Waited a bit too long. Straight over the top of Toxic. It's very desperate Rocket League here from Endpoint, but it has to be. That one's going to be dipping. That won't be registered as a shot, unfortunately. We do stay at the same amount as we had when we came from the kickoff. We've got to hurry this up here, BDS. There we are. That's what I want to see. Classic Rule 1. Just smash the ball.
Yeah, but it's still not on target here. It's going to be BDS this series. There's no doubt about it. That's not on target either. There's 20 seconds.
BDS, you can't
they need 2.
All right, BDS, we need a classic, just can't hit the ball on target. It keep getting stopped. Just go, go, go.
Come on!
Okay.
Please!
Trolley, come on, buddy!
No!
Why are you playing back corner? The game is already won. Must be one
it's
more.
gotta be
Come on,
99.
exotic.
It's
Okay.
99!
That's so painful.